Okay, welcome everybody to our October 11th City Council meeting. We have all council members present, all council members are present tonight, are present, excluding the mayor, who is he with us by phone? Logan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I just don't have very good service, so I'm just here by voice, I guess, not by video.
Thank you. All right, tonight the first thought is, Mr. Grover, are you okay with that?
Of course.
All right, I thought so, but
Our Heavenly Father, we think we'll be here tonight. We ask that you'll be with us to guide and direct us in the decisions that we have before us. That we may have a guidance by you. We ask that thou watch over those that are not with us, that we protect them. Watch over. We're thankful for this land. We're thankful for we ask that thou continue to watch over us, bless the leaders of this nation, bless this great state, that all hearts will be drawn to thee. We're thankful, Father, for all that we have, and recognize our hand in all things, and we say these things in Jesus Christ. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
all right, I will need an approval of the consent agenda in the minutes from the last meeting. A motion, please.
I move that we accept the minutes from the last meeting, September 27th, 2020.
Next, sorry, yeah, the consent agenda. Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda from last meeting.
Go ahead. Thank you. All right, that's a motion by Councilmember Ewald and second by Councilmember Grover. All in favor? Everybody approves. Okay, is there anyone who would like to declare a conflict of interest tonight? Not a big agenda tonight. Have one. Will be a surprise to all of us, probably. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to public comment period. City staff here, so probably not a lot of public comment either, but by chance, if any of you would like to stand up as a public and speak to us, you're welcome to raise. Very exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to reports. Mayor, do you have anything you want to add?
Sorry, no, I mean, I went to the league conference last week. Can talk more about that later when I'm there, though. Nothing too crazy. There was some talk on short-term rentals and vacation rentals. The league did take a position on that as far as they are in support of the legislature looking at that and maybe making amendments on the phrase in the current code that says that you can't enforce those off of website rental, basically. So the league did take a position that I think we would be in favor of. Other than that, I'm at the One Utah Summit this week, and then I'll be home next week. So at our next meeting, we can chat more.
All right, thank you, Mayor. City Council, anyone have anything to report? All right. David.
I mean, this is somewhat in the report that I have put together, but the main thing is that I went up to the CID funding meeting. We were approved with the full funding that they propose, which is $341,000 in loan, $29,000 in a grant. Right now, we just essentially just need to go through the paperwork to receive those funds. And then, once all that paperwork's done, then I'm not sure exactly how long it's gonna take, but hopefully not too long. And coming forward with the architects and engineering services that are coming to retrofit the rooms.
It's good news.
All
Right, Kim's not here.
Yeah, have to excuse Kim, she's just, her daughter just had another baby, so
Oh,
I'll be your grandma too.
any questions with financial, but she didn't submit a complete report, but the check registry.
And she may have, I may have overlooked putting it back together her staff report, but well, no, there is a very brief staff report in the
Oh, I was looking for her spreadsheet,
all,
but she said it was last meeting.
yeah.
Okay, recreation report, Mr. Palmer.
Good evening. Real quick before that, just as a note of information, we are losing Brian Bilbo as a parks department onto a different job. He was with us for 7 years and anyhow, been really happy with him. He's been a great employee, just such a positive attitude and things, and he'll be hard to replace. But so we're starting to look so far. So anyhow. But other than that, you have the direct reports before you. We're just kind of finishing up summertime stuff. We've already winterized all of our parks and going out all the line.
What is the swim team?
They actually compete against Monticello and Moab. You have to make the swim team by being able to swim a certain distance in a proper stroke and breathing, and then they can do better with them once they're able to do that. And we've been doing that for 4, maybe 5 years.
It's primarily middle schoolers, correct?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, since we started doing that, we've had some lifeguards that have passed the swim portions of it so much easier. It's like nothing to them. So it's made for some better lifeguards.
If you need a victim, I can drown relief.
You can sing for us?
I can.
That is the hardest,
try.
the hardest rescue is they have to take a weighted brick and go down and bring it up and then keep it above water the length of the pool. And it's a lot harder than you think.
I've got a brick you can borrow.
I don't need a brick.
Some not, some
I just had no idea. I saw that on there. Brought it, question that.
Yeah.
I
Fairly new.
figured I got on city council. I didn't know you.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Any questions for me?
It looks good.
Looks like all of our sports are up, which is good. They should be because COVID is, not finished, but is.
The
Less
restrictions
scary.
are all-
Yeah, the restrictions are up. That's good.
Yeah, it's looking good. We have great participation and we just finished collecting girls basketball signups. And so we'll be putting those teams together right away. So.
So we play some good numbers.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's really good.
yeah, it's good. Thanks to some parents who like to keep kids active, our programs.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Do you have any applicants for replace, Brian?
We're starting to get a few, yeah. I think we see 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think we have 5 applicants in so far, I'm waiting to get hopefully a couple more and then start the process.
Darn it, I'll miss it.
Yeah, is he staying in Lane?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah.
Any other questions for David? All right.
Thanks for the hard work.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
All right, police. Chief Bradford.
The council and the mayor through the airways. September was a good month to us as far as letting guys get some training and get caught up on a few things. Sergeant Hill went to the TAC conference in St. George that was mandatory this year to be in-person training for the from BCI, the Bureau of Criminal Identification. So we make sure we're doing our reporting correctly to the state. So we're working on House Bill 32, so we can be in compliance with that with Lexipol and the cortical wellness. It's a wellness bill that got pushed through that we have to have something in place where if an officer needs to speak to somebody, you can call them up. And this program, I looked at a couple different ones and I like this one the best because it not just had a phone number you can call and talk to somebody, but also incorporates exercise, nutrition, peer support, and everything else. So I think that'll be helpful when it's needed.
So House Bill 32 mandates that we have this, the police departments have a wellness program now.
And that'll cost us about $1,000 a year.
Is it mandatory participation in that, or is it voluntary basis?
Most of it's voluntary, and the officer part of it needs to call and talk to somebody or whatever. There'll be like some online checks, wellness checks, or these little questionnaires or something that somebody will send them out to us and we guys can respond to those. But if they aren't ready to talk yet, they're not gonna hold them down, force them to do it, so.
The real requirement is that we offer it.
Yeah. We're making sure we're taking care of our guys.
We got a 32-ounce drink and go for a ride.
That's how we run. That works great for me.
I tell you, I'll take you up on it. You need to.
How's the feedback about the officers spending time in school?
It's been good. We're trying to, I know when I've been on shift, I've tried to hit all 3 schools and even the college, just kind of walk around campus and spending a lot more time there. So my citations are down, but I think the interaction with the kids, they're starting to get used to us more. And I think it's been positive so far. I was a school resource officer years ago, and the more time you're in there, obviously the more comfortable the kids get with you, and you can build some good relationships that benefit everybody in the long run. So
Yeah, that's a great thing.
further questions about stats or?
Not about staff, but I've had a couple neighbors on our street, asking about this year's Halloween, procession. Is there any kind of anything set up, like extra officers out or anything else that they're worried about? It seems like every year it gets to be a little bit more on that street. And they're
The 2 up for sure that night. We can have another guy roam around.
Yeah. They're just, they've just been stopping by. Like, it's be more and more. Is there anything we can do?
Well, we should get an email on that as well.
That was one of them.
So that's shutting down.
Well, I'm not shutting it down, but they wanted to just make it a certain time. So it's, because at first I said, well, I want kids to come, I talked to that person, I want kids to come to my house and trick or treat. Can't just make it all happen on 100 West.
Yeah.
Right.
And they said, no, you would just say from 5 PM to 7 PM, 100 West is open, you can go, and then you shut it down. So that it's actually not, it wasn't a bad recommendation.
And I like that idea because you got some daylight to work with.
Yeah. But then they have a cutoff time so that they're not inundated till 9 o'clock at night.
When they get
I
dark,
don't know if that's the city's responsibility.
Or saw
It'll be just before 7 o'clock.
shutting down traffic and having
Yeah.
people coming. People from around town coming, especially coming to the area.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to prevent kids from going when they go, but like what you're saying, mitigate traffic.
it's interesting though, how over the years, how different areas have changed where people go. When they used to come down, people used to come down my street nonstop. Last year, I think I had 10 groups
We run through 8 to 10 bags of candy, and we run out every year.
some more.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
And most of the neighbors I talked to they were more concerned with, maybe a little more police presence or just make sure people slow down and, they're crossing the street and cars are trying to go around kids and things. And some were in favor for shutting it down, but, for in between a certain time. Others were technically not. They just wanted it more. They were just like, I just wanted it safer, but they didn't really have an idea of what they wanted. So, I mean, it was just kind of
If you maybe talk about some things and coordinate.
I was just,
Put it on the next agenda, that way we could actually have a discussion, full discussion about it. I don't think it hurts to talk about it.
100 West is actually running our parade route.
Yeah.
We have about 20 officers for the
Yeah.
parade route, so.
it'd be really hard to shut it down, I think, because there's still gonna be kids coming in after 7 and until 9 or whenever.
Yeah.
They'll be coming earlier or later. It's just, I'm kind of agreement with some of them, just that if there was a presence, somebody drove through every, 10, 15 minutes, just so they see somebody and they know that this, skirting around kids that's going down the street is probably not the greatest idea.
Yeah, we can do that really easily.
It wouldn't take too much, I don't think. But
We can discuss that as staff and then the next meeting bring something. Recommendation.
thanks, you.
So you read that email as if you wanted to.
I don't think Elon, I read on Facebook.
I got an email.
I think that was an email to they said that
I understand that.
he wanted everybody to come, that kind of be the street for the night. That people went to and they could, but at some point it would be a start and end point. And I think they wanted the police to shut off traffic through there during that time.
They kind of was talking like, the trunk or treats, thing, where it's all in one area. And that way the whole town's, nobody trick or treating except for that street. Other people could come and get on your lawn and, and put a table up or whatever. And it's a good idea in a way, I think,
So
but other people really would like to.
the only thing I would caution about that is that's considered kind of like a block party, and usually, I don't know ours, I don't even know if there are requirements, but usually when you do block party type events, you want to make sure you have at least a certain percentage of residents who are on board, because you may have those residents who live there and they hate that, and now you're just drawing the whole city to that
There's
one
always
street
one.
and stuff. So, I mean,
We
we
just
just
put
want
it
to
on
be
the agenda
conscientious.
and it's on there, maybe somebody will come and
Yeah.
have something to say. At least then we're trying to address it, keep our kids safe. That's what we all care about.
Yeah,
Do we have to have it? Is there any rules against if we close off the street during a certain period of time for people to trick or treat? Is there,
Yeah,
You guys
I
do
think
that?
there'd still be access.
I mean, it's hard for us.
There's like taking the homes from the other street.
Actually not, the other than I don't want, my kids are old, but old enough, I don't have to drive them, and that's the cooking.
and the other thing to consider is just, those who live on the street who may need to access their homes and now that would be difficult for them as well.
Well, they would be able to access their homes, it would just be anyone, any outside traffic. Whether, sign.
And if nothing else, we put it where people on the street, maybe could sign a petition that say, anybody wants to put a table out on my lawn, on my address, you're more than welcome. That's would take some of the pressure off some of the places.
Well, the residents could do that as well.
That's what I mean, the residents
Yeah.
saying, you're more than welcome, so anybody can just come and put their table out.
I probably would,
That's why it's a volunteer, and if they don't have that, then,
yeah.
then they don't have to participate.
Maybe just because of the shortness of the time, maybe this year we do something to that degree of what we can, and then next year maybe we can do a little more, evolve it a little bit more. And
Well, you can put my name immediately, if anybody wants to put a table on there, they're more than welcome.
sounds good, so.
Take
Yeah, I think
number
that's
off
very.
Candy Road.
Knock on my door, I'm not doing anything different.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Chief.
Something else will have more people up and down the street, so.
I appreciate it.
Somebody sent an email that you mentioned.
Yeah,
You guys can forward.
Wasn't it Courtney Lyman?
Yeah.
That'd be good. I haven't seen that, so that'd be helpful. Thank you.
He was just throwing out ideas that
Yeah.
maybe help out.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, Thank you, Chief. Terry, water sport.
Hey,
There
Mayor,
better be some good news.
Better.
great news. Last year's water year's over.
So far this year, we're doing better.
Starting with the clean slate. Well, you can see there's a little black line on that graph right there off to the left, and that would be, I probably didn't do the staff report until about 3 days in. But, yeah, we started off really well with this new water year. So we ended last year 74%. Keep in mind, we always have all these definitions for water years. The state's water year is October 1st to September 30th. And that's pretty normal. Landing Irrigation Company is November 1 to October 31. So sometimes water year gets a little bit confusing and blending. But, yeah, we're off to a good start so far right now. 74% was a pretty bad year last year. So we've got really good soil moisture right now with all the rain that we've had, and so we should get really good runoff if we can get some snow there to melt runoff next spring. We're partway there, anyway. Let's hope we're ready.
My grass is growing like crazy.
I don't even know the last time I turned my sprinklers back on, but it's been
I've
like,
been off for almost a month.
no one should have their sprinklers on. I'm sure there's something to do, but there's no need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
You're on.
I'd like to get to go turn them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you went up on the mountain this week, this weekend, and there were streams that were dry last year at the same time.
It's right up there. I've been up there every day. No shortage of moisture up there.
Yeah, I think, kind of all over the county, we have a lot of stock tank ponds that are.
Yeah.
I've got water where I haven't had water in about 7 years.
That's what we need.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah, if you notice, the drought monitor reflects that. We've got a big orange section. In fact, almost all of San Juan County is orange or yellowish, very little red. And so drought monitor shows some pretty significant improvement there. And that's what's been really neat about some of these last storms is they've been county-wide, not just right on the mountain or, small isolated ones, but they've been pretty good storm events. Yeah. Any other questions with respect to water? Okay.
Good, thanks, Terry.
Yep.
All right, looks like our next presentation, we will not have that item on the agenda since Diana's not here. Bring the next one. Maybe she'll come.
Don't have any close issues on it.
Okay. Well, with that said, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
My second.
All right, Councilmember Gasser and Grover, Councilmember Grover, Councilmember Gasser, second. All in favor?
Thanks, y'all. We'll see ya.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Morgan.
Thanks, Mayor.